right, this week we got a question. We got another question from Raphael. Raphael, I like your questions. You've got good questions. So, actually, before we get into that question, I want to say the reason there was not a daily news is because I fell asleep during the Critical Role, and I also have to catch Honey Heist, and I want to finish Matt Mercer's Fireside thing. I got to get some notes down, so I'm going to move. The daily news will be on Tuesdays, Tuesday morning, after I watch everything and get caught up on it. So you'll be able to watch the daily news and then turn around and watch Talks Machina. So, anyway, let's get on to today's thing. Alright, so the question of the day and behind the screen is, how do you keep track of all the improvised information, like NPC names or features, that are created on the fly from one session to another? Do you record your audio sessions? Do you keep making notes of them? Are you able to do this while DMing? So many questions. Ha 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 ha. Well, all right. I sometimes I don't audio record, but I do have I have a file that I keep open, usually a Google Doc that I have open on my computer. I use a laptop. I laptop everything. That's my GM screen. I have my laptop open. Usually there's one tab open for the campaign setting that I'm running, which mostly it's all in one file, and I've got to rearrange that because that file's getting a little large. So I have my laptop open, and I've usually got my file open for that. I have a GM screen that I like, that's got a lot of information, that's mostly used information open, and I usually have like a shop file open that's got, like, if they decide to go shopping and out of the blue, I have I have a little quick list of general items, and my characters have been known to do that. So, but how do I keep track of all the improvised information? Well, first of all, I use a program that I picked up for my phone. It's a fantasy name generator that I have. It's an app. So I've got that open, and I can choose on it like D&D, and then the race, and then male or female. So I have that open, and I'll click random on it and pop up something. And it also has like World of Warcraft. It's got several different options, plus in names and things like that. So I'll like click that a couple of times and get, okay, I like that first name and I like that last name. That's the name. So I'll have that in there. And as I'm doing that, first I'll wait to see, while I'm talking to the players, I just keep reminding myself of the 7 dwarves and which of the 7 dwarf is they're running into, and is it male or female. So I'll talk to them, and while I'm talking to them, I'm pulling up this other information as they're asking questions and conversing amongst themselves. I pull up this other information and I type it into my file. Just the name. Okay, it's called the Wicked Shoe. Elf, male, named Jeffrey, and for right then, that's all the information I'll get from them, and then I'll go through the thing. So I have that information on the fly, and it's just in a file. Boom, boom, boom. And sometimes they'll meet them again, sometimes they don't, but at least I have that information there. I will post a link somewhere in here for probably one of those little annotations that will take you to a wiki that I've started for my main campaign. I got a lot of information, and I'm slowly over time adding to it. But that's how I do it. I have a file open from Google Docs, which is now up to like 12 pages of just bullet point information. Who this character is, where they found him. Okay, who have they been fighting? You know, just the bad guys and who, if they're alive or dead. So it needs to be updated. But yeah, it's just a file with a, just like set up as an outline. Tipsy Drow. Bob was there. Bob, cleric. You know, just real simple things. So that's how I keep track of the NPCs from one session. That I have a folder or a file that I just write that information down. Now you don't have to use a computer on it. Get yourself a notebook. Write it down. I like the computer because it's easily editable. And I got it on the cloud with Google Docs, so I can access it from my phone, I can access it from my PC, I can access it from my laptop. I can post links to the characters for different things on there, so it works out well for me. Do I record my audio? Do I audio record my sessions? We did it once, but the editing took so much pain, and then without, because I want to stream. I will eventually want to set up and start streaming, but sometimes some games just don't fit for streaming, and we're not voice actors. We're just a bunch of idiots that are playing D&D. So sometimes our stuff just is not entertaining to anyone other than us. It might be, but sometimes it's just sitting there going, all right, are you going to roll the dice yet? But I keep notes, I keep them on the fly. I have that information set up in a doc. I do not want to post the link to the doc. I will post a link to the wiki that I started on it. But posting it to the doc, I've got GM specific information, and I do not want my players to access yet, because I have several things set up in there. All right, so that's all I've got for this week. I have to get ready and go to work. Remember, if you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like is an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me get to 300 experience points so I can get to second level. And as always, the AMDM does hereby authorize you, the viewer, to gain 10 experience points for every video that you share. Yep, that's all I've got, so go roll some dice.